Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're closing in on the end of the week here on Going Optimal. I got a Sweatsuit Invitational to play later today, so we're going to plow through a premiere draft here, and then I'm going to call it a stream ahead of my break before stream number 2. I've been playing in all these Sweatsuit Invitationals that I can. I'm not sure I'll be able to do every one every week, but I got this will be like 4th or 5th in a row, something like that. And they're really fun. And I'm hoping you'll come back and join me here. Those of you who are in chat now, it'll be, I should look. Last week, I think it's going to be 3 or 4, but I should figure that out. We'll figure that out and let you know. But one thing I have figured out is that if you need things for your tabletop Magic game, you should check out my sponsor, CardKingdom.com. They are purveyors of everything you need for that experience. If they don't have it in stock right now, they are trying to get it. I got a bunch of cards that I have restock notices on, so that as soon as Card Kingdom gets them back in stock, I can rush in and try to snap them up before somebody else gets them from me, like happened the other day. It happens, I suppose. But they're great. They have everything you need for all you want to do, and if you use my affiliate links to get there in the chat or the panels or the YouTube notes, they're going to know you got there from here. It helps keep me on the air, and we get to keep playing Magic with each other weekdays here. So help me out when you're feeling the need for cardboard, okay? And thank you, Card Kingdom, for all the support. We are closing in on our goal of high 60s. Basically, I want to get 3 times 2250 so that we can have 3 bullets for the next open if they keep the pricing structure the same. So I'm going to hop here, get into draft mode. And where are we at with this format? I'm still just trying to take the best card and find the open lane. I still, that's kind of the mantra of draft, right? But it seems more true here than ever, especially with fewer lanes than normal. Well, geez. I mean, we're honor bound, right? We were talking about this card. We were talking about this card before we even started today, and how was this not playable, or is this build aroundable? So let's have some. I kind of want just a professor of symbology, but I think based on having had a conversation about Cody before, I don't think we can not take this and not give it a try. So let me read it real closely and figure out exactly how we're trying to build around it. So we can't cast permanent spells, and we pay 4, get Wooburg, and when we cast our next spell this turn, we exile cards from the top of the library until exile instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its cost. So basically, it gives you add mana and give Cascade, instant Cascade, to whatever you cast from there. All right, so let's try and build around and see what happens. And look at that, a lightning bolt right afterwards. Although, check this out, Killian, Ink Duelist, we were talking about that as well. However, I feel like if we're gonna try to do the Cody thing, we got to do the Cody thing. So that means taking lightning bolt and seeing if we can work this angle. This would lessons that produce creatures and spells that produce creatures are going to be a high point. Yeah, there's also a gem pick, right? Yeah, you don't think of it as you can't run permanents in your deck. You just understand that you are changing your game plan once you cast it. Prioritize bolts and dual lands. I mean, I always prioritize bolts, but I'm super tempted by Killian. But I feel honor bound to pursue Cody. If I had not been pursuing Cody, we would have first picked the Professor, the 2-drop Professor, and second picked Killian, and I'd just be heading towards white-black right now. And we probably want to be red. Yeah, we probably want to be Teamer, right? Those are and to that end, we can just take Mage's Duel over the kind of boring strategic planning. Mage Duel requires creatures, right? So that's again, you can't just play none. We could also take Ether Helix. Inspiration. Oh yeah, sorry. I glossed over this, but yeah, we should take this. This is better removal. This one requires a creature, which we're trying to be light on at best. This doesn't need creatures, and it's learned. So I'm sorry. I glossed over what's obviously the correct pick in the pack. I would have got there. Thanks for yelling, but yes, I would have got there. Now, Bury in Books, Whirlwind Denial, Cultivator could be a one of the creatures we do play. Fractal Summoning is, yeah, certainly big game for this deck. Is the kind of thing we want to go get. Just trying to figure out if this is a place to take one of the creatures first. Like Quandrix Prodigy could be good, although this is also a late drop. You like Bury in Books? I think, yeah, Fixing is another interesting one. What about... I think I'll take Bury, but I don't know about that. I kind of wanted the land. Here's one we can take, and there's another Summoning. I just don't want to miss out on summonings. I think this is gonna be pretty key. But I also want to be able to cast our spells. But I missed the last one. I should, and it might have been a mistake. I should probably just take this to be sure we've got at least one. This is nice if we're looking to be teamer. Getting some base green Fixing is good. And it's ramp. Eureka Moment is great for this deck as well. But sequence is where we want to be. Yeah, it's a creature too. It's a creature that we can cast with Cody out. Environmental Sciences, looking pretty good here for our intended 3-color deck. Pest Summoning, a little heavy green since we're not intending to be black with where we're headed. We could just take a Needlethorn Drake for some early defense. Befuddler for the sweet meme that we have for it. Yeah, I think we can take the Drake here, right? Again, this is not a creatureless deck. It is just you got to be careful when you play Cody deck. Spicy pick is Satchel. Too spicy for me. I feel like that's 5 stars, and I'm a 2-star spice guy. Well, Campus Guide. I like Letter of Acceptance, though, if we're going to take something we can... Although this is a permanent spell, we can't cast this into Cody, too. Let's keep that in mind. It's not creature spells, it's permanent spells, so even Letter of Acceptance is not going to be castable. That being said, are we taking a charge through a Resculpt or a Combat Professor? No, we're not taking any of this stuff, so I'll take Letter. And we'll probably run it. It's just there's some awkward interactions when you do something like Cody. Test of Talents. This has felt kind of main deckable. I don't know how you feel about Negate and Test of Talents as main deck. But you like Reconstruct History? We are trying to do instants and sorceries and whatnot, but I'm only looking to be 3 colors, not 4, so I'm going to take Test. That's true. Cascading into counter spells is not the best, so I'll put it in the board for now, but I didn't see anything there to pull me off of that plan. Strategic Planning we can cast, but we might just want a dumb 5/4. Pilgrim Still Being Here is pretty strong. I think I'm going to take the Planning. The 5/4 is a little too dumb. Biomathematician or Resculpt. We'll take the Biomath. This... I don't think we're going to play this with what we're doing. I'll take the beefy thing here. I think the Graph is a really interesting design. The combo with the little... Ooh, wait. Oh boy. What were we saying about needing some spells that create spells that create creatures? Wow. On theme indeed. All right, so we're going to take this and try to do this with it. Wowie. Need some learning now. Give me some more inspiration. Can you pay the... I mean, no, it's a non-bow. But as we were saying... oh, I see what you're saying. Can you sack Cody to... That's a... I don't think so, because to put it on the stack, you have to cast it through a thing that's saying you can't cast it. I would say no. But that's my rules guess, not a rules certainty. All right, we can do Maelstrom Muse, right? Where's Moment? What am I missing? Oh, yeah, Eureka Moment. Yeah. Eureka Moment and Maelstrom Muse both seem good. Expanded Anatomy, also interesting. Yeah, that's true. We could get a lesson that takes out Cody if we want it dead. We could take Eureka Moment and just continue on the... no permanent plan. I don't know. I'll take the Eureka Moment. I'm not sure about that one. Really not. Obviously, I made a last minute switch. We could take another Needlethorn. Just keeping that early defenses going. Prismari Apprentice is going to be unblockable a lot, but I don't know if we care. I don't know. I had a Prismari deck with like 3 of these, and sometimes they help me win. But sometimes your 2/2 being unblockable is just not that big a deal if you're not actively engaging in a race you're trying to win. Is there a lesson? Also, we got to figure out what our early colors are, and I kind of want to be base green with the emergent sequence and don't love the Apprentice because of that. Yeah, the Scry 2 draw lesson. And here's another one of those. Serpent. Heated Debate, though. It's where we want to be. I want this campus. Pledge Mage. Yeah, this Pledge Mage would be good, but we're taking Heated Debate. Introduction to Annihilation will do. Consider this Pledge Mage too, but Annihilation is good. Yeah, I'm with you on our mana situation not being great here. Got to prioritize that. What do we think is better for this deck? An early Pledge Mage, Amplemancer, or a Colony? Might just be this Pledge Mage. What we really want is to get early defense so that our late game Cody dominance gets there, right? And a 3/3 defender kind of does the trick. Yeah, I like Colony as well. The reach is nice there, huh? Are we copying enough stuff? Yeah, Pest Summoning is jumped out at me. But this is also interesting. But we don't really have a lot of combat tricks at this point. So since we don't really have much going on with this yet, I'm going to take Pest. And yeah, we do need duels, but the last time I took a duel over something playable was a while ago. We just haven't really seen them. Masterpiece. That's a good thing to power out with Cody. Biblioplex Assistant is one I keep talking about as having gone up in my estimation. Oh, great. We finally get 2 duels, and they both contain white, which we don't really care about. Should probably just take start from scratch, in fact, because I'm not looking to cast anything white here. Queen Metalia says, take the duels anyway. You don't know. Maybe you'll get into red. I suppose or white. It's possible. We could take the lore hold. We already have a lore hold. I'm just going to take start from scratch. Another start from scratch. Another combat professor, pick 10. This is offensive. But we're just never we're never playing it. Oh, there's nothing in the pack. I just kind of let it resolve, but we're not playing that. Pillar drop, we very well might. Grinning Ignis, also not the worst in this type of deck, but Warden is really is doing something we could use. Hey, there we go. That's a gift. That is a gift right there. More of that in pack 3, please. Yeah, I think we're looking at base red-green for sure right now. I mean, that's where all of our early action is. I mean, you got this a little bit of blue, but really, certainly we need early red with our removal that gets worse as the creatures get bigger. And then, sure, one of the more bomby sorceries. Our rares have been right on point from Cody into mascot exhibition into multiple choice. Hey, I was asking for more of these and we got one. Excellent. This is like perfect for us. Between the early removal and the learn, we really want that learn. This is so great for us. Yay. This is interesting as well. Maybe it comes around, but this is where we want it to be right now. That won't work with Cascade. What do you mean, Gannett? What part won't? Hey, another emergent sequence next to another Killian. Someone's getting the mad hookup. We're passing a white mythic. You know, if you're collection building or gem hoarding as a drafter, you can totally take any mythic you see and feel pretty good about it. We're going to take the sequence. It's what our deck needs. Should we take this and splat? I'm already nervous enough about and we could take it, I suppose. I've already got a fractal summoning. I'm taking emergent sequence. Not that I wouldn't take multiple fractal summonings, but the sequence is just great. It's really, having 2 of those makes me feel very good about the deck. Take a spirit summoning here, double red for the purposes of this deck, but study. Am I missing a study? We can take the spectacle mage too. Oh yeah, enthusiastic study is reasonable, although... Yeah, sorry, that was wrong. I let that one... Well, it's not the worst. It's good to have that, but I don't think that was the right pick there. But let's find the right pick here. Pillar drop warden, maybe that wheels, but I think we just want something in here, not teach by example. So maybe just another, maybe this over a 7, another 7. Fenrir likes masterpiece number 2. I think it's one of these 2. We don't have one of these out of the board yet. Yeah, all right, let's take masterpiece. It is really what this, we're trying. Cody is like adding a ton of mana in addition, right? It is a big mana type deck if we're trying to build around Cody. Introduction to Prophecy is takeable, playable. We could also, though, take Scourge Colony to help with our early defenses. Like, this isn't really early. Might not even play it. Maybe it's Colony here. Yeah, that's true. Cody only adds 1, but it does add, right? It is ramp. Here we go. Except it's not in our colors. I was talking about this earlier, though, with Killian. The Killian kill. All right, we didn't find the duels we want. We got like one more pack to find duels. Yeah, we could take this. I already passed once. I don't think we're doing anything for this, though, is the problem. I guess we took, yeah, there's not much going on for Reflective Golem to hit, but I'll take it. There's not much else. Yeah, Cody can cast stuff with the 5 color, but we're going to take, Archway Commons over the summoning here. This is important to help us with our mana. But that's it. I think we're out of... And look, well, it turns out like the open lane was the one I would have gone in if I didn't chase Cody. We would totally be in a killer white-black deck right now. Yeah, I mean, we can take Approach. We're not going to play it, though. I would actually rather just take Vault Progress or a cool-looking Village Rites. And Make Your Mark we could play. That could be something that ends up seeing played. Is this anything we can do? Yeah, I'll take this, but I don't think we play it. Same with, well, actually I'll take the Adept. I don't know if we play that either. The Enthusiastic Study came back, so let's do this. Pillar Drop Warden coming back is cool. This is a 3rd Golem. We could have had quite the... I'm going to take the sorcery, the instant sorcery returner there. $20 for the bolt. North Bay lads, you sit tight. We'll show you how it's done. And not much to cut. Deck name, it looks like. Codebreaker would be good. I want a Clippy Joke, though, for the Clippy Joke card. Oh, Pest Summoning belongs in the sideboard. There we go. We have a deck. Are we just done? I mean, let's see. Star Pupil? Better than Professor Guiding and Study Break? I don't... Somebody, Flip loves Star Pupil. Flip's making claims that we can check with data now. Somebody go check Flip's claim that Star Pupil is the best white common. Yeah, you want to see our total lesson? Type lesson. Here's our lesson suite. Seven total. Yeah, this one is the biggie, right? Well, we're trying to figure that out, Siriana. The theory is, well, you play Cody in a low permanent, but not no permanent deck, and then cast it when you've dumped all the permanents from your hand and you want to start going to town on spells. Non-bows are non-bows. You're going to have your non-bows, but if we happen to experience that non-bow on air, we can sad trombone together. There is an invitational, and I am in it. Yep. You hope we can cast our spells? I think we actually ended up decently, given how few actual campuses we ended up with. In fact, this campus doesn't even count. But I put letter over here because between emergent sequence and letter and commons, like we do have, as long as we have some core green, we're going to be pretty good. And yeah, exactly. I might as well put this here on our list as well, because we can always grab environmental sciences. So hold on. Old man's back. Adjustments. Come on back. Work with me. I got a stream to do. Oh, man. Every day I feel 26 until my body reminds me that I'm not. Yeah, now let's check out and see actually how much learning we're doing. That's a good call. But I want to do it, oops, up here. So only 3 learn cards. That's pretty rough, actually. We wish we had more, huh? We have to use these carefully. Not sure if I must have passed some learn that maybe we should have taken. No, I don't. I think we have all of our. There's one. Oh yeah, we could bring in first day of class. There's a couple of these. Maybe we need to. Maybe one. Maybe one of these. We try one, see how it goes. Let's put in one, because I really think with our suite of lessons, we would really like to have 4 learns. You like rebuying with Warden? That's interesting as well. I'm going to try one, but maybe we'll come back and change it. And what are we going to cut to make room? Do we have a creature we don't like? Biomath is a little bit weird here. Like, it's not bad, but it's just being whatever. Oh yeah, let's cut that. You're right. Good call. I think that's correct. I like that. It is hard to cast this on 2, but we also don't have that many choices. We went down a path that has us restricted. I mean, we could replace a Needle Thorn Drake with different creatures, but if we keep ourselves in Teamer, our options are a counterspell we don't want to cascade into. Or if you're looking for more creatures specifically, it gets even rougher, right? We'd really just have the 5/4 we could add. And it's okay, we could add it. I don't think it's necessary, though. Right on. Let's get some bling. Mirage, Lily, the sleeves, and Elspeth. Or I don't know if I have Killian, but we'll do. Let's do sleeves and lands right now. And I'll actually figure out my lands. I don't care what they think. Let's see. We are going to do 17 lands here. We've got one of everything. We've got a blue-red. And then if we add 1 forest, now everything's equal. and 17, 16, 14. 14 lands across 3 colors. We want a lot of it green for the sequence. So what if it were like 1... Start here. Like, we need at least 8 green with Archway Commons and 7 forests, in my mind, to ensure emergent sequence reliably enough. I mean, that doesn't ensure it, but 8 is the minimum that I want to be supporting emergent sequence on 2 with. So I'm starting there, and then we can kind of tick up mountains a couple, and then I kind of like adding a little to each, and we kind of get, what does this look like? So now if we did it this way, for red we have 1, 2, 7. For green we have 8, and for blue we have 3, 4, 5. But then the 7 and 5 from blue and red are augmented by the emergent sequences we're trying to support, and really makes it 9, 7, as long as we get the green. And then red is the source of all of our learning, and so red is effectively fixing as well. Yeah, the rainbow from the mana rock matters. I was saying I'm trying to support emergent sequence on 2. That's why I'm not counting letter for green, but you can think of letter. You can count letter for your ability to do blue. In fact, maybe the answer is 1 less island, and either 1 more mountain, or even a 9th solid green source. What do you think? What are we looking to do early in blue? Strategic planning. Pledge Mage can be cast with red. We got 2 Needlethorn Drakes. I guess we don't want to go too low on blue. But yeah, if we think of red as fixing as well, we probably do want to plus that. Although that gives more red than green, really, like 6, 7. Oh, it makes it equal. 6, 7, 8 red, 7, 8 green. So red and green would have the same, which is fair. Like if we're missing our green but we have our red, we can cast First Day of Class or Inspiration and find our green. So yes, it's Fenner's right that we have only 2 green fixers, and we've got technically 4 red fixers. However, one of them needs a reasonable reason to target a creature with pump in order to do. And the others, while you're happy to pick something off, they are... First Day of Class is fine at 2, but it's not even fine at 2. It's playable at 2. And then this one's 3 mana. So yes, there is technically more red fixing, but it's way clunkier to actually get it to do what you want than simply turning 2 lands sideways on turn 2. So I'm still supporting the sequence pretty heavily, even though there are a lot of other red fixers because of that. So let's go with this. And yeah, Cody's got to be our deck box, and then I'm going to remember to go and change my avatar. How do we unlock Killian? Let's see. Does it tell us? Even there? Tell me how to unlock Killian, I'll work towards it. But let's see. What was the alternate to Killian? It was Elspeth. So it's going to have to be Elspeth.
I have seen too many worlds broken to give up on this one.
Good call. I don't think I've ever been Elspeth. Mastery tree? Okay. Well, let's actually do that. I haven't bought Mastery yet, but I basically always buy the Mastery now. Oh wait, did I already buy it? Maybe I did buy it. Or maybe, yeah, I guess I already bought it. There you go. Right? It would show it as, must have done it absent-mindedly at some point. I don't remember doing it. All right. Well, let's get on with it then. What do you think of this deck? Coderific. We'll get some stuff updated here. This isn't looking great, but it's keepable with the colony and first day of class. Good old Gruel School. All right, so do we do this whenever you learn? So are we really just going to effectively cycle this to learn? Yeah, thanks for the CBL. I'll give that some focus. Hopefully that'll snap it into attention. All right, CBL snapped into attention, I hope. And are we offering here? No, but are we blocking? I don't know. I think we probably should. Like, we're trying to go long here, so we want to trade. Fenner says not offering or blocking now. What's your long game plan for that? Are we trying to attack back and race? Are we saving this to try and trade up? Because I feel like we're trying to draw cards and get to 7 mana to win. We need to trade while we can. So I'm making the offer. I'm curious to hear your thinking though, Fenor, on why you're not there. I just don't know what the game plan is if we're not blocking there. Well, Squirrel grows bigger and quite a ways away, right? And yeah, this is sad, but we're gonna do it. This is basically hunting for land. And the flood we're experiencing isn't the worst given the masterpiece waiting in the Eureka moment that will help us play more. So environmental sciences for island, play it, pass, take a smack, and then Eureka moment into masterpiece seems like a fine sequence to get us back in this. Not back in this, or to like fully lock in our position. That's a little big, but we do have a berry and books we could fire off. It is cheaper if it targets attacking creatures, so technically this is 3 and we would have 2 left over. I think we just need to Eureka moment, though. It's going to be a big smack next turn, but we can withstand it, and then we get to Masterpiece. So let's start with Eureka moment before I play any more lands. And sure. That and that. And now we can bolt the effigy, and that's great. No, I'm with you, Fenor. It would have been really sucky if I had already played a land and didn't have red for that bolt. But I actually knew what I was doing there for once. And Masterpiece Theater, baby. Let's not misclick. On day 1, I misclicked and made a token, made a treasure token in this spot. That was great. The classic lightning bolt. Try to blow up a double block here with Heated Debate or Bury in Books or Enthusiastic Study. We have a lot of plans to bust up blocks here. Let's do that. Study into Exhibition. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's going to be pretty darn good, huh? And we even have two things we can do. Like, we start with the study, and then have Debate or Bury if they have shenanigans. If they don't block, we're gonna Enthusiastic Study anyway. This is weird. I feel like if this is their plan, I'm actually willing to take this. I don't want to act first and then let them act back. I want to respond to them. So even though we really want to cast this study to learn and find our cool lesson spells in the sideboard, like, I'll take obviously if they want to give this to us, we'll take it. So we should take this. And then if nothing happens, fantastic. If something happens, we've got 3 responses available. It can be really tempting to fire this off in these spots because you're like, I want the damage, I want the spell out of my sideboard, but take the awesome offer that Oppo is offering and then blow it to pieces if they get tricky. Hey, good call, Siriana. Calling it's tough to call rares, but Siriana sniffed it out. Creatures you can get +1, +0, and gain indestructible and haste. Okay, so we're gonna take out this one so that it can't kill this, and then maybe we trample over here. And actually, I should just bury this in Books, I think, because it still gives us study, and then Debate we can save for later. And this just straight up kills the token. Yeah, I guess the reason I was acting first is I was thinking in terms of burn before indestructibility. Then I switched to my bounce spell. So I didn't need to do it then because bounce doesn't care about indestructibility. But I had been thinking in terms of burn. That's why. Yeah, and we could go trample. Yeah, trample on the unblocked one and get our lesson now. No, I don't think they had chosen, but it's creatures you control. I just didn't need to wait until that resolved. I thought I needed to act before that happened, and I didn't. Yeah, it's not about the choice as much as about doing it when I did. Why not? What? Oh, yeah, that's true. It would have been more damage on the blocked one. I just was thinking wrong about that. But yeah, that's true. Both creatures were blocked. Sorry, both creatures were blocked. Right. Magic is hard. Magic is hard. I'll attack first, and then we'll exhibit. I should read though. It would be just like me to look and realize they all had haste or something. Yeah, well, none of us really did that well, so this is for all of us.
Oh, no, please! I can't breathe! Speak your crazy moon language!
And fair enough, you also get the expel meme, as D reminds.
Expelled! Expelled! Expelled!
Some of you out there read, I think. Some of you did, but a lot of us needed that meme, I think. I don't know. Because a pest would be too powerful. With only one card remaining, this isn't a particularly sexy heated debate target, but 5 damage a turn is pretty sexy, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick this off and keep going. Let's see what lesson they can find. Probably gonna go find a creature spell to put a +1/+1 counter upon. This thing, first day of class is pretty reasonable if you've got creature spells to go fetch for the mid-late game, but it's just not that great on 2. Well, one thing is for sure, Cody is incredible. Actually, let's do it this way. Yeah, I guess I should have drawn and then attacked. One spell to get this going. That'll do, that'll do. All right, that's a start. Don't mess with Cody. What are we holding excess land for? I need a good reason. We don't have rummaging, but we do have sideboard X creature lessons. So that's why I was approaching it that way. Yeah. All right. Win rate when not drawn. Yeah, we do have some rummaging, you're right, but we have great spells in our lessons, so it's unlikely that we're ever going to rummage. Yeah, we can keep this. Bury on 3 after Archway on 2 gives us some defense. And then pillar drop on 4, awaiting Masterpiece. I like it. Oppo on the mulligan. We'll take it. Another Warden. The dream here is casting Masterpiece 3 times off of Wardens. And here we are with a similar spot as last time, but also same thing. We just do this at end of turn if we want. Yeah, we're probably going to go fetch some land here. Or, you know, fetch our ability to fetch land. Frosty!
All right, everyone.
Ha!
Chill.
Joke's on you, we don't have any creatures. But this works. We get first day of class, we spend environmental sciences on double green, and then we find a island we can play Pride Mage off of the commons. Or Pledge Mage. Make sure there's nothing else we want to do. Yeah, no, we definitely need our environmental sciences. And an emergent sequence. So, maybe we just do that instead. Environmental sciences, looking for... Let's get red. And then we'll do sequence. Well, maybe I didn't want to get an island, because if we blow up an island... we have our commons, though, I guess. So, yeah, I'm going to get an island. Even on a 2-land turn, so it's a 2/2. That's cool. Oh, and I guess it makes its own 2/2. Never mind. That's nothing special. That's kind of normal. I was thinking 3/3 is when you can... It's cool when you get this to be a 3/3. Now... Pillar drop, I guess. Pillar drop, maybe just attack with island. Pause from Oppo. Hard to say what that is in this set. There's so many instants. And I am going to risk the island with an attack here. It's not doing anything else. I haven't seen Froggy. Like, it could be Froggy Panther, but we haven't seen it yet, and I've been waiting for it because I want to run this.
Why are there so many?
Wait, I just ran that. I'm never not blocking there. They got us on the Infuriate, but we traded 1 for 1. It's all right. Ah, again. Well, I think now we try to set up to get them with we'll let with the assistant. We can't really block knowing Infuriate is there next turn, but we can gear up for burying the books block. Well, I was gonna get all tricky with Barry and stuff, but we could just try for an Elemental Masterpiece. They do have a lot of mana open. That's a little bit of a concern. But with their 16 points of life, we can even take another smack from those flyers. I'm gonna fish out for what's going on with these final 2 cards and put them to the test here. No, I want to attack with the Pledge Mage. So, normally, yes, my tendency to cast first, attack later is bad sequencing, but in this case, it was intentional. We're not blocking because of the Infuriate, so might as well send that if we're not worried about instant speed shenanigans. All right, so much for our gotcha plan on the Infuriate, but we do have a good racing setup here. I guess we still have a gotcha plan on Infuriate in that if they go for a win or something, we can bounce it in response. But at 12, I'm going to continue to figure that we are probably not... also, the trouble is this sends him into library, and I don't necessarily want him to recast any of these, but we're going to go ahead and cast this again, just back-to-back masterpieces and try to get in with what we got here. I mean, they're tapped out, so we're winning the race right now. I like our chances. Cody is obviously unstoppable. Who can beat Cody? Masterpiece Theater right here. And punished. Well, not the 3 lands we wanted to see. Is anybody keeping this? Show us a mountain or an island or something to help us find them, and hand actually looks pretty good. We simply accept that I mean, it's totally keepable. You can make the argument to keep or mulligan this one. There's obviously a high risk keep. But it really pays off if you get there. Here, I'll do a poll, 20-second keep mull. Hurry up. I'm not going to necessarily do what chat thinks. I'm just curious what most of chat thinks. I kind of want to keep it, but I'm a gambling man. Luis and Marshall say never mulligan anything, right? Ah, there you go. Look, 16-16. Well, at least it was a good poll. I'm going to keep. Never. Although, we still might be punished. This is one play we can make. How about some more? I don't know if we're rewarded yet, Shane. We're not rewarded yet. Right now, we have a play. We have a play. I would not call us rewarded until we find blue. But island off the top, you can talk to me about rewarded. Let's talk about it. Hey, that is island off the top as far as I'm concerned. Well, hopefully you don't counter this. No! Rough. We're good, we're good. Boy, the highs and the lows. The highs and the lows.
All right, pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Hot
Now
shot.
what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do?
Point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed is good.
Do we bolt it? I'm gonna say we probably don't want to because we're closing in on multiple choice and we can bury and I'm gonna be a little bit greedy here. We just can also play Drake and have bolt up anyway, so I'm not gonna pick that off. But mainly because of the multiple choice we have coming. And there's Cody. We actually get to try Cody, it seems. Not right now though. We're gonna play our permanent spell here. And then get out the Drake ahead of Cody, see if we draw any more permanent spells, permanents coming up. But Drake plus Bolt, it's going to be good. You think we slam Cody? I don't think we slam Cody. But I guess we slam Cody next turn. And then multiple choice after Cody's in play. Should we bolt our own Needle Thorn Drake to avoid taking 4? No, but I think maybe we do just bolt the Spirit. I was kidding. We wouldn't do that. That would not be a good use of our lightning bolt. But let's. I am going to use the bolt here and prevent 3. And now Cody into this hand looks fantastic, right? If it can live, Cody. We want to try you out. Did something change, or am I running Cody for science? Well, we're running Cody for science and the fact that we suspect that it's actually a good card to build around. Wait, when... What did they just do? Why did they do that? I don't understand what just happened there with Oppo, but oh, okay. All right, multiple choice. Yeah, we're just going to do multiple choice to the max. But I'm supposed to do it with Cody. Sorry. When can I cast this? Until end of turn. I just want to learn here. I grabbed this. I wanted to preserve my hourglasses and didn't really think through too carefully my sideboard. We need one more land to get this fired off with Cody, but if we draw a basic, we are in good shape. And we did. Yeah, it could be a counter. I'm going to make him have it. You want to kill first? I'm so greedy. It just feels so good to do this. I mean, we can undo it. There's plenty. We got the whole turn still. I don't have to do that. Seems like attacking with Cody would have been better. Are you talking about last turn? We tapped Cody to cast the spell that got us the pump. So anyway, yeah. Okay, we can start with the elemental attack for sure. That's just sensible. Yeah, there was no sequencing in which attacking with Cody made sense if we were going to use Cody to get the value. I mean, the point of Cody is to get cascading spells, not to attack with it. All right. Well, let's bust this up then, huh? No debate here. I should have done it with Cody, though. Sorry, I'm just not used to Cody. That was silly. Yeah, sorry, Mike. Just not used to Cody. Sorry, gang. Looks good now, though. Sorry, gang, we're only destroying this turn with Cody instead. Although I'm also... Yeah, I guess we have things that could affect combat, so I should do it before combat. That's why I'm doing it now. Yeah, Dragon Approach is not really a playable limited card. I'm surprised to see it. I don't think we have... I mean, might as well do this. No, Cody requires 4 to tap, and I only had 3 mana left. I didn't have the 4 to put into it. Three damage, not 4, but what I'm going to do is remember Cody. Remember Cody. I'm going to bury this thing in books and go. I don't think we're at any real risk of decking. I'm going to play Emergent Sequence because the alternative is to lose it. I'm struggling with Cody too. Anonymosity. No, inspiration is creatures, right? Oh, Inspire Face? Okay, I need to read cards too. It's alright, we got there. I was conflating it with the 4 damage one. I'm surprised people are surprised this deck is performing fine. I mean, it is chock full of removal and stuff to do. Here we are again, same thing as last time. Triple Forest, Needlethorn, Mathematician. Although in this case, I don't like our resulting plays as much. Like, I kept something that looked very similar to this last time, but Lightning Bolt is not Enthusiastic Study, and none of these are fixers. Want to keep it again? All right, fine. We can't miss with this deck today anyway. Shane is like, not even close. Is it, Shane? Is it not even close?
Point is, ladies and gentlemen, greed is good.
Not even close. We'll go sequence here. Get red. I'm joshing you a little bit. Obviously, we got lucky on the draws, but I think it was close. I mean, I think it was another close one. Given the tools this deck has to find its lands. Now, I guess I'm going to play Mountain and offer the, well, let's see, we can offer the attacking Mountain for the Enthusiastic Study. Why is it? Oh, because it's the color of the creature. Or we can just get our Eureka moment. I guess we have a backup plan of Biomathematician if they don't fall for the study. So let's send the Mountain. if they're a thinking player, they're not going to block here, but that's okay. We got Biomathematician. Shane, there was heavy risk. This is one possible result, right? We could be playing out a game right now in which you felt completely vindicated in your what is he thinking, right? This is just one of the results we could have, but this deck is pretty resilient about resilient, maybe not the right word. Has good tools to find lands if you can just get that one toehold. All we needed was just one island, one mountain, or one of what we got, which was the emergent sequence or the letter. There just ended up being a lot of things we could have found. Yeah, right. I should have, but I couldn't cast this. The point was trying to get him with the study, which I couldn't do if I preloaded the bio. Double blocking a reflective golem doesn't seem super smart. Although I like blocking the campus guide to make him do it. I mean, I don't care what happens to this, and it's like trade for your guide or start your shenanigans with golem. I'm perfectly fine trading a 1/1 fractal token to force this action from Oppo. Next turn, we're going to go Needlethorn, holding up Study. We'll send, well, I guess I'll keep all this back. We can put Mountain on Golem, Mathematician on Guide, and Enthusiastic Study, or, anyway, we have a lot of good blocks here. Needlethorn Drake goes on the Golem. Unless Oppo does this. Yikes. So Campus Guide goes away, only left with the Golem and the Biomath. So now got to decide whether we're going to pump the... Oh yeah, non-land. We get to keep the land. Okay, great. So they just get the Drake. No problem, no problem. I was worried that I lost my land, but since I don't lose my land, we can just let him have the Drake, and then we have a good block anyway. Yeah, that was actually great for us. I was thinking wah wah, but then I read the card and was less bothered. Can't really do anything about that, but they can't really attack now. I'm almost disappointed. I wanted to use the study. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 7. But we can attack in and use study and then Eureka if they don't tangle with our attackers. I am going to offer the Mathematician. If they block the Mathematician, we don't win combat with the study, but I'm still willing to do it. And let's Eureka moment. I thought they might block, and I'm at 12 with the Golem. I'm not, and then with their card quantity, I'm not super worried. Maybe I should be. All right, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So we can go ahead and double Masterpiece, or we can just start picking some stuff off. With them at 0 cards, I'm just going to go double Masterpiece. Or, no, not double Masterpiece, just Masterpiece. Oh, sorry, I should have played that, and then I'd have an untapped 3/3 as well. I thought I was maxed on mana. Oops. Little punts here and there, nothing tragic, but feeling a little bit loose. JC saw it. And here we are again in a spot where I'm willing to just say, here's this, and it's going to result in a duplicated combat trick, perhaps, but we're not going to be dead from 9, whatever combat trick goes on here. But I don't want to set up a 2-for-1. We only want to offer one of our creatures, because like if we block and they double a combat trick, they could turn it into a 2-for-1. Yeah, we could double block the golem itself. That's interesting. What do we? I don't want to get completely blown out. We could even put everything on there, you know. Only as a sorcery, so that can't happen mid-combat. I'm worried about a blowout that costs us both of our 4/4s. That's what I'm worried about. But I don't know all the stuff in the set is the other thing. But I guess if we're doing that, no, I don't want to do that because I presume there's a combat trick here. If we block over here, they get a freebie on the campus guide. So you see why I didn't block over here. I didn't want to just give up the mathematician. Yeah, I took some points to do it, but no, square up was one of our good ones. Square up was a fine result. And then now we get lightning bolt on the 4/3, and the 2/1 is pretty underwhelming. We can just take it out as well if we wanted. What about inspiration? I was going to think of getting mountain, but we don't want to do that. We want to get something big. But yeah, might as well. Let's think this through, Ryan. How about that? This is like a 99% win situation. I just want to do this right because we are at 5. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We can play this colony. It'll be a 4/4. We can send our 4/4 and see if they want to block it. I'm going to do that. I know we're at 5, but we're going to have defense, so I'm okay. Yeah, get exhibition, play squirrel, all seems pretty good. I'm going to go inspiration on this thing. Mascot exhibition incoming. And colony hold up bolt. This might cause a scoop. Them down to 1 card. I mean, never not blocking here. Question is with how much? Because if there's some trample thing, we don't want to go from 5 to 0 because of green trample. So I'm actually in for blocking with colony too. We could use... Yeah, that's true. We have bolt in response. I don't need to worry about it. You're right. We'll just block to win and use bolt. Yeah, thanks, Oppo. Going out in style. We all appreciate that. My back. My poor old back. Well, with all these powerful gold cards and good fixing, wedges sure are tempting. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about my ponytail. It's fine. My hair's finally long enough. What I like about it is that I can actually get all my hair into a ponytail now. That's it's been a nice development. All right, this looks great. Wedges are the 3 colors in the form that are not in a row. 2 colors and then their opposing opposite color. I'm in for the bolt here. That's not an amazing card, but we have plans coming up. I'm gonna go get an island here. Hey Jim, welcome. Glad you could find a little window here. Well, that hurts. Not gonna lie, didn't like that at all. We could play Cody, but then we can't play Warden next turn. I'm gonna just take it here and play Warden next turn. You want to go Cody into Eureka? I guess that's all right. And if they kill it, we don't care. Then okay, we get our stuff unlocked. All right, that's fine. Let's go Cody. I know we're a Cody deck, but just because we are a Cody deck, I don't know if you're talking to me, but like, just because we're a Cody deck doesn't mean we run out Cody every time we see it. It means we carefully try to make sure it's the right time to play Cody. And in this case, I came around and with chat that it is, but the saying, quote, we're a Cody deck implies that, oh, see Cody slam Cody, but that's just not the truth. That's just not how we do it. This is an instant, so we could technically wait on this. And maybe we should, in case we're getting things out of it that we want to... Oh, but we want to play lands, right? So I got to do it now, because we want to play lands off this. That's cool that it figured that part out automatically. Well, this doesn't suck. Yeah, maybe I should have killed the conspirator. My mind went to the biggest thing, but I played a little quickly there. Now, we could strategic planning off Cody, but I think we want to strategic planning and then cast something, whatever we find off of Cody. So that's where I'm going to start. Yeah, so now we can bury that, or like, we just take inspiration. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and get the biggin. Poor Oppo with only slightly busted rares, and I even let Oppo keep them. Wow, you went for that instead of Cody? Have you not noticed what Cody has been doing to you, TV? That was very interesting choice from our opponent, in my opinion. I mean, you saw it in our hand, Oppo. I don't know, you know, like, you knew we had it. First day haste. That would have been sweet. They didn't get the counters, but the haste would have been great. Jeez. First day is an instant, yes. Well, gang, we haven't taken a loss yet, and I can already play the profit meme. That's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, I missed the Pigment Storm too. Sorry, you get that. I gotta learn all my new memes that I have around. Where'd I go? There it is.
Buenos dias, children.
Sneep. Let's see. We got Colony. We got Pledge Mage. We want to play. In case I'll start on Island, and that gives us Pledge Mage, Planning, and Colony as all as options on turn 2. Yes, the Cody worshipping sessions we're going to start our Church of Cody. All right, so now what are we actually doing here? If we're going to plan next turn, I like Pledge Mage, and just then we can start attacking. But if we want to go Colony next turn, we should do Colony now. But I'm down for Pledge Mage as the place to start. That's fine. All right, let's plan and offer. Ooh, Bolt, you say? We'll take a Bolt over more land. Can't cast it because we have to play non-bolt thing, non-mountains. But I'll offer for the Drake anyway. Two mana for 2 mana seems fair. Next turn we have Colony plus Bolt at the minimum. Looks like we may need it. You have some time to kill her. She doesn't do much right away. I mean, putting land on the battlefield can be nice for a little bit of ramp, but the first ability is not that great. It's the second ability that's super impressive, and we can play the Inspiration, but we can also just Colony and Bolt it, which I think I like better. Puts more on the board. or gets a creature on the board, and then we can decide what both to kill and what to learn later. I see you're in search of salvation. Can I help you with that? So sure, swing in here. Really want him to play something to kill. Of course we could go face, but that seems completely wrong. We're just gonna unfortunately do nothing this turn. Chimero wants to go face to draw a card. I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna show a little bit of patience here and find something to kill with that. I think board control, Ryan is gonna be at the controls here. And there we go. Nice target. Let's see. What are we going to get with our lesson? Not sure yet. Probably the big one. I mean, we're at 6, right? So let's just go for big. Big lesson. I guess you could make an argument for summoning on that as well, since it can be cast no matter what, but we're going to be slightly greedy and get a 7-drop on 6 mana. I mean, we could discard this for treasure to be 100% sure, but I want to cast both of these 7s. That's my plan. I'm going to send the colony. If they want to send land into our Drake, we'll block. I'm just not in a super hurry. I mean, I know, like, we could have gotten land to guarantee 7 next turn, but there's how many lands left in our deck? We are 36% to draw a land anyway, And yeah, the thing with needing a 7th land is that now everything we draw is going to be playable. I mean, I guess there could be narrower interaction stuff, but basically we either draw things we can cast or a land to help us cast these. We draw our other masterpiece, we could make a treasure token if we wanted, but Warden getting back Learn is nice, but I was thinking Warden getting back Mascot Exhibition is game winning was what I was thinking. We're going to stay back on D here. We can also, we could pitch this for a treasure token before we untap if we want to guarantee this. And maybe we need to with this. This is a heck of a play. I thought we were doing great, and then we get this. Yike. No hurry, says Brian. We got to hurry now. Now there's a hurry. We gotta, this is Needlethorn Drake is doing some work here against Mr. 8-8. Mr. 9-9. 10-10, what does this do? I gotta read this card. Anyway. So now... what do we do? We got, yeah, it gives Fractals beef. I mean, this Needlethorn Drake is pretty big game, though. I think we just have to... I'm going to cross fingers for a basic land. I think if we find a basic land and cast either of these, really, we end up in a place where we can handle an incoming attack from this. But if we... I think we need to... I think we want to try and cast both of these spells this game. And... So, yeah, that's true. Mike is saying, but we're going to cast this twice anyway. But the thing is, do we even have that room? Because we need to spend 2 mana to get it back. And it's not like we're going this into this the next turn. Whereas if we save this and find a basic, we can go this into this next turn. And we have 2 flyer blockers. You know, I am going to cross fingers and see if we... but they don't have trample right now. All right, we did not find land, but we did find another Death Toucher. That's good. Yeah, we can't beat Trample. I'm not saying we can, but they only have 1 card in hand. Does this give Trample? Maybe I need to read. Toughness. Yeah, okay. It has it, but it doesn't give them. Now we could like make treasure, sack Warden to bring Masterpiece back. That has some play to it that we can decide on. Both that can all happen at instant speed, so we'll wait. But that could get me to do that because then we guarantee the exhibition and we get the Masterpiece back anyway, or the exhibition back. Oh, that's true. Right. Sorry, I was thinking of this. I'm in the weird mode from War, where you could do that at instant speed. Thank you. Well, this is uncomfortable. Maybe it means they're looking to find themselves some trample. But really, if they can't stop our Death Touchers, I'm okay with this spot. We can chump if we want to. We could chump a... I think we got to chump here and save 7. Because if this all works, then we're somewhat stable after this. If they keep Quandrix alive, we're just dead anyway. So whatever. Let's see what they got. It sure didn't seem like they were going to send in Quandrix without a plan. But we could still draw our way out of this, so let's try and do that. I mean, I didn't see that thing boom, but I mean, I was saying I didn't think they were going to do that without the ability to make that work. But we just got beat by Oppo's bomb here. The deck's been doing great, and we just ran into a bomb we couldn't manage. And we're still not out of it. We could draw a removal for this and technically be able to stay alive. That is not removal. I don't think we're going to be able to win now, but I'll play the exhibition and we'll see what we can do. Now, I've already played the Reed meme. It's not something to overload with D. So, block up there, block here, and then chump and chump. Still really don't have outs. I mean, we just gave up way too much. Yeah, I'm going to call this one. We could play those out, but we're just chumping again. We got to give this up. Good job, Tamio. Somebody finally got us. Scotty said we could still play that out. I mean, yes, I could cast it. We could block and lose everything again, but then what? We could have survived the turn, but not with any board presence to survive the next one. Like, if we had something sweepery, we could have stuck with that, because then you can imagine the chump, 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 chump sweep, but we didn't have the sweep part of that plan. Looks good. Drake, Warden, wait for action. We could trade off Drake for Eye Twitch, but we could also just wait until we get the Pillar Drop Warden to hold it off without threatening to trade. So, yeah, I'm going to just say no blocks right now. What's up, Brian? Brian says, wait. Here I am, waiting. Double Warden is actually great with these 1 toughness flyers we got incoming. Oh, I thought you... Yeah. I sometimes misconstrue a chat of wait for hold on, you gotta think about something versus I agree, you should wait. Funny. Going Warden here. Sequence is interesting, but we'll wait until we have a little more breathing room to play that. I wasn't going to attack into an Inkling. I didn't want to offer either of these for the Inkling. You think they weren't blocking? Maybe not. I didn't want to give them that choice. Oh, interesting. I've not read this card before. It's a mythic. Pretty powerful. I don't think I got the fly, no. Oppo being bold. Got to tip the cap to Matt for going for the full 5. Well, if they had a bunch of stuff in their hand they didn't care about, drawing extras to force discard is no big deal if they're getting rid of cards that... if they're adding 5 awesome cards and ditching one that's not a concern, or... Bookworm, not bad. You can bury the Bookworm in books. Oh, yeah, the Flyers, they have Death Touch, not Menace. But it has a similar icon. I see what you're thinking. So, yeah, I guess it's just another Warden, but we kind of want to wait on Warden almost. I like maybe Sequence here. Yeah, I'm going to go Sequence, hold up Warden. Or hold up Barry is what I meant, not hold up Warden. Not cast Warden, hold up Barry. What do we want? We got blue. We need a... Well, we got a little of everything, so we're fine on colors. It doesn't really matter. We'll take green. Yeah, that's true. We can encourage them with an attack. Why not? If that's... Also, you know, they're at 8. Maybe I should be attacking with the Drakes. So you're like, fine, you want to race? Let's race. Looks like they might trade off the Eye Twitch to learn, but that's fine too. I mean, look, them, their quantity of cards is not our concern here. Although if they get the perfect card out of the sideboard, that's more digging. Boy, they got quite the dig through my deck. Honor Troll doesn't seem great to me. I mean, its big payoff is that it becomes a 4/4 and it gives you a little more life. I don't know if that's particularly good. So now I just like burying and trying to get in the air. You want to bury the troll? Swing in, trade just for the inkling, no matter what, like whatever. I guess we start with strategic planning, though. Cody! Buddy, we'll take Cody. We like Cody around here. And we can slam Cody, or we can drop another Warden and then slam Cody. Let's just slam Cody and see if they can answer it. I mean, they can. I guess slamming Cody is just telling them to use their removal. You still like bury and swing? Yeah, we just drop Warden, true. If we do bury and swing this time, we miss the 2-2. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I want to trade a flyer off for their inkling here. When they were at 8, sure, but I don't know what that gets us with them at 13. Looks like chat's pretty on board with attacking with the flyers here. We don't really force them to do anything by attacking. We give an option to trade a token for one of our real cards. Interesting. First day in class into Cody. It feels like it's starting to slip away anyway. Well, into Barry, can we get it all though? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 5. We cast Cody and we have 2 left, so it's not like we can do anything with Cody. Cody will have haste, but what does that get us? What does haste get us with 2 mana that we have left? I believe I've read. Like, what's your point? I know what it does. Do you know what Cody does? Who needs to read here, Phrasing Boom? Probably both of us, to be honest. I usually need to read. Yeah, what about fetching something? No worries, Boom. This is not a reading stream. You know that. It's all good. All right, let's do... I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh, we can take 1 damage to any target. Let's see, what about... I got 0 hourglasses, gang. I know this probably isn't the best, but I got 0 hourglasses. And I'm going to send 1 on the attack and keep 1 Death Toucher back on the block. That didn't feel like it was correct, but I'm a little... Again, I'm just fighting with 0 hourglasses and I got to do something. We can get first day of class back and go get something better later. Why are you asking for that article, or are you just making a comment about books? Are you making a book joke? I can't tell if you're looking for info. I'm paused here because we actually do have Warden Sack if we want to get it, and this is sorcery speed, as I have read. I think we probably want to do this. Although no, I don't have enough blockers. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. This is just tough. We're managing against an opponent who drew 5 extra cards. It's not easy to come back from this, from the card advantage hole we're in. Enthusiastic study is nice, though. At this point, I think I like sending in both Drakes and seeing if they want to trade for one. And then we enthusiastic study. Well, what does that do? It still trades. I'm going to send him, though. And let's see, can we Cody and Barry? Yes, on attacks we can, so I'm going to go ahead and Cody now. Kind of make them use the removal. Like, they're probably going to use their necrotic fumes on Cody if they fear it. Apparently, some opponents aren't fearing it. Like, we had one oppo had removal and used it on a random bear instead of Cody. I get it, Pablo, but we have, with double reach, it's like, these actually weren't super needed for blocking duty, although maybe one back to threaten, like, the 3/3. Give opponent a chance to make a mistake, you know. I like giving opponents a chance to make mistakes. After all, I give myself plenty of chances to make mistakes. It's only fair. There you go. Yeah, really, Cody is just lightning rod with what we saw from Oppo. The sadness is that we didn't get the necrotic fumes. We got another piece of removal they had. I'd only think about burying my own Cody if that was required to, you know, like if that's what was needed. Like, hey, we have to play some permanent spells here. This is our only line. But that's a desperation line, not a desired line. All right, well, we're going to try and get this Karok. Or maybe we need to get the Spectre. Okay, let's do it this way. As this isn't an instant. This is not an instant. We don't know what these are, but I like threatening Forest for Karok, and I like threatening Warden plus Enthusiastic Study for Spectre. Mike and I have the same blocks. That always makes me feel better. All right, so let's see. Ooh, that's going to be quite a good one for him. But we have the books we could do. Does it matter if we let this happen? Yeah, we don't want him to gain the 2 life. Yeah, I know that the trolls affect that life, but on the card it's 2. I mean, the 2 life written on the card. Telegraphs it, but we could bring back one of these spells. Barry, planning, or we could get the lesson back, right? The learn back, first day of class. if we go like this? Send in a 1/5 with study ready. Yep, that... I don't know if they block, though. Oppo has not been fallen for any attack tricks. And yeah, so I kind of like... but we might just need to fire this off, right? So maybe we send in a Drake and a Warden and just see. And whatever, they probably don't... They probably just take it, but we can cast study to do some learning, is what, you know... not much incentive to block, exactly. What about... No, nothing that's... we learned about this. No lessons are instants. Yeah, we could save for blocks if we think they're going to come in. I guess we can always just fire it off to learn at end of turn if we think that we really need to. So I'm going to say no attacks. I mean, we can save it for blocks, or we can just save it for, you know, save it for learning at the end of turn. This is going to make it painful for us to cast this, but I wasn't going to do it in response just to avoid a damage. We need to still try to surprise with it if they want to attack.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
Yeah, we certainly could have encouraged a swing more, but here we are. I'm going to do the play. And start the exhibition. Oh yeah, most people are seeing these for the first time. You're not the only one. Even go exhibition. Get back exhibition. They might be inclined to try to kill our Warden so that we can't loop exhibition again. Yeah, this was a linchpin card in our 7-win effort with Lorehold. Seems like really critical Lorehold mid-range card, you know. Survive the mid-game, get you to your late game, and then recur your nonsense in the late game. +3/+1 trick to enable attacks. Yeah. How many cards in their deck? 19 to our 18. So we're actually behind on cards somehow. Or like ahead on cards. Because maybe did we mill? I don't know. I don't know why we're... Yeah, we are going to need to exile that, huh? Let's start here. Certainly going to cast that again, at least. And then I like the idea of fetching something to learn, keeping our Death Touchers set, and then Enthusiastic study seems fine for more learning. Yeah, this one's not looking good. I'm not sure how we win from here. I don't have a great plan. Like, Mike is trying to find ways to enable attacks, and that's correct, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe they're not playing 40, but yeah, we can send the 4/4 and it trades with everything, and we're happy with that. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Hammer wants the 4/4 in. I'm good with that. We're very, very likely dead, gang. They've gained too much life, despite paying 15 life to draw extra cards, by the way. Yeah, Oppo's deck is almost as cool as ours. But Cody's cooler. You can be cool and dead. Like me. I'm not even sure. We got to get exile for the eventual worm. We got to get exile for the specter, though. We're just going to lose to the specter. So now we're going to send in 4/4 and a 1/1. Might as well. We got to use this enthusiastic study this term either way, and maybe even these 2 flyers. Oh yeah, I guess we need all, like, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 blockers, and we could still send all those. Well, we need blockers for a possible crackback, Tron. So that's what we're trying to make sure we have calculated here. We are going to, yeah, we do have a lesson to get rid of it, but I want to use the study for damage on attacks. I'm going to run with this. And sure, since they're not blocking these, we'll go ahead and study this. And we'll get Introduction to Annihilation. And that's just a must. We have to do that or lose. Probably still going to lose at 2 facing a Mage Hunter, but if we find removal for the Mage Hunter, take 1 point to kill it, we can stabilize at 1 potentially. Oh yeah, there's maybe cast instant or sorcery. Do we know they've got? Yeah, they can get us so that we can't really cast anything anymore. No, really only 1 more because of Fumes triggering Apprentice, right? That's why I've been thinking we're dead for quite a while here, but you gotta... We're still just technically mostly, so since we're technically mostly, we're gonna look for something else. All right, there's the inspiration that is a little short of the Mage Hunter. Did we already use... Yeah, I already used Deal 1, which is funny, because we could go fetch that and could Inspire and then finish that thing off. But again, we have we don't have light. We got to kill the apprentice, or we're just straight up dead, right? And then we can never cast another spell again. We don't lose 2. Oh yeah, if we go learn, if we find something and then cast it from learn, yes, we would be dead. But we're still going to do this. I mean, we have to do this, or we're just literally dead. And then, assuming we can gain some life, we're going to want, like, a fractal summoning. Oh, yeah, I could rummage. Yeah, I guess we need to rummage. That's true. I could have attacked. I'm waiting to die, really. I mean, I should be sending in flyers to whittle away at this life total, but I just feel like we're dead. And now we just are literally dead with the bookworm, so we're off the hook. Nice deck oppo. From 5-0 to 5-2. No big surprise, though. You get to the 5-0 range, you start facing some really good decks across the way. Yeah, Flavor Judge would not like that one, but the Magic rules are cool with it. My favorite was the River Boa wielding the trusty machete back in the triple Zendikar days. I always loved it when my Boa had a machete. It's like, how is that working? Is that like that rat with a knife somehow? This River Boa's got a knife in its mouth. All right, third land is good because then emergent sequence on 3 or on 2. Oh, sorry, never mind. It worked anyway. I'm just talking. I'm still just trying to find a way to get 3 lands with emergent sequence, but we don't. We would have to work it with like the Eureka spell. Well, we lose. Good knowing y'all. Killian Ink Daedalus. I guess we'll play the, well, it's got Menace. This card is absurd. This card is absurd. We're going to play Emergent Sequence and try to 2-spell next turn. Let's see. In hand, we're low on greens. We're actually going to go get another forest. This allows double Drake next turn. Oh no! No! Don't do it! Don't do it! No! Don't do it! Oh wow, they didn't go for it. They'll do it next time. Well, I don't usually cast this. I don't usually play this meme on turn 3, but today's an exception.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Yeah, hopefully they put a bunch of counters in, except they get to choose is the problem. If we can get them down to the only creature on board being the duelist, then we're pretty good. And we will offer, boy. This is tempting to double block the Killian. What do you think? Black Trick incoming, but what will it do? Is there the only thing I'm worried about is indestructibility or yeah. So I'm going to just offer a poet. Offer for the poet, and then next turn we draw a basic. We can multiple choice if they don't do anything else here. Oh wow, there was not even a pause. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, yeah, I guess we still multiple choice, right? It's not the best because they got all those creatures back, but it's what we got. It's what we've got. We choose all of them. And that is not the card we need. Star Pupil goes away, I'm sure. And we'll leave the Drake back. Threaten some blocks. Could go 5-0 to 0-3 here. I think this deck has been fun and it's profitable. Hard to complain no matter what happens from here. Seeing some really good decks from our final 3 opponents. I say final 3 like we've already lost, but our most recent 3 opponents have had excellent, interesting decks. All right. I don't know what's in their hand. We were suspicious before, but there's not really now a choice. I don't see a choice here besides double block Killian and cross fingers. But like, I'm ready to die here. This is probably going to be how the game ends. But I also don't feel like we can just sit here and take this. We got to play like they don't have it. But here they're going to have it. Oh, okay. Okay, that's job 1. Getting that thing dead. Now I'm worried they're like going to bring it back. Right, they could just have another one or like whatever. All right, all right. So you're saying... Or it's not what he says.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
You're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, now we get to play Warden and block the Poet and hopefully stabilize. They're going to get a bazillion life, but right now they can't get us dead. That's the main thing. First day of class emergent sequence could do something. Or pledge mage, but we're going to, let's see, instant, we can wait on that. What does that get us, though? Not much to wait. I'm going to just play this and then play Pledge Mage, and I guess we just play all of our 2-drops. And we got these Poets to worry about. The Wardens are pretty strong there. The Mascot Exhibition does give us the Flyers, so let's just take Exhibition. And then Pledge Mage. And we can even hasty attack if we want, but we're a little bit on the back foot here. And green, we have got a lot of everything. Let's get a little extra red, I guess. And I'm gonna... Well, we could even attack with it. It's lost Defender for the turn, thanks to the follow-up spell, but I'm still going to stay back on D. Yeah, we need blockers. They're at 31, we're at 12. Attacking with a 4-4 here does not really do much. Really, everything hinges on this Warden staying alive and keeping these Poets at bay. Interesting block. They clearly want to put a counter on the Arrogant Poet, which makes some sense. But we will also be able to double block and kill the Poet. It would take out the Warden, which is too bad. But at 12, we can also just take this. Let's say no blocks and see if we can find a better plan. Like a heated debate that we play when they try to target their arrogant poet with their star pupil, for example. Now, we could just go ahead and play the masterpiece. We have the lands, but, and they know about this. We could just go for an exhibition now since they know about it. And then go ahead and give them the star pupil blocks next turn. Right? Block 1, they make a 5-4 here, and then we still kill it. I like that. Yeah, one pupil block. We don't want to block both pupils and have this poet become a 6-5 that is out of range of our debate. They're only sending one anyway. This time we'll accept their terms, although we should accept it with the least concerning creature if they do something to kill it with their card in hand. Very funny, fat guy. Pupil dilated. Cody. Heated debate plus Cody this turn into masterpiece next turn seems downright wonderful. But we can, again, wait until they go for putting counters on it, but that's a little greedy. Let's just play heated debate and drop Cody. Attack-wise, we can send the flyer. We've got our blocker there. We can send 4-4. We can send 4-4. I like sending this stuff now. We got lots of blockers. Do we send even the 3-2? I'm going to leave the 3-2 back. Pupil onto pupil and onto poet. That's still fine with us. We're kind of managing against Killian. I think Oppo gave up Killian too fast, though. Oh yeah, I forget to scry all the time. Oh no, that's not a scry land. Or is there something else that scries? Yeah, we're codying the 7-drop now. That's the plan. Nice. Do we kill the 3-2 or the 2-3 before it gets a counter? Oh yeah, it does. Well, no, it doesn't drain. How does it drain us? Oh. You like, yeah, Dust Mage has bigger toughness anyway, right? Like, that's fine. Let's do this. And we'll get Fractal Summoning or Exile. Yeah, let's just get something huge. And send in similar attacks, 4-4 flyer, and then continue to leave stuff back on potential blocks so that we could offer the spirit now more reliably. We got these 4-4s. I'm willing to send in the spirit, and I don't want to trade off the land though. All right, we're turning this one around. Look at that, gang. Back-to-back days with the... So you're telling me there's a chance into a win? Full count, 6-2, going for 7. Fun day, gang. This looks great. Start on island. Doesn't really matter as long as we don't start on forest, so we give ourselves Pledge Mage chance, which we are going to do here. Next turn we can heat a debate if they give us a good target or just planning. Or we go sequence. I guess we go for the ramp here. Ramp seems good. What do we want? Another forest. Got our land creature, but we are still moving on up the road here. We'll go planning here. See what we find. We'll keep the Eureka moment. Get in. I love this card. It's pretty, does cool stuff. It's very red-blue. It's also good for us here since it's not quite getting stuff on board for Oppo. Maybe they'll put the... see if they crack treasure here for a spell. Let's see. I know there's like that mana tithe at... but... We don't have the mana to pay for some pay X type counter magic anyway, so we're just going to try the Eureka moment. Cool, cool. I did remember, but I didn't think it was going to be in this deck. Oh, wrong colored land. Yeah, well, I mean, I did not put this deck on Mana Tithe just because they have the treasure. Let's just say that. What does this do? Goodness, that's a lot of words. Whenever you cast, choose target creature you control until end of turn it gains. If it would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. And when this creature is put in exile, create. So it basically, when it attacks, or no, when you. Ugh, that's complicated. Jeez. Multiple choice into heated debate seems great though. Right, so heated debate, multiple choice now, then heated debate next. Yeah, I needed a break to finish reading it. Ooh, let's keep that. Fenner likes heated debate now? Interesting. I don't know, I thought... Send it back, make him work it through. Make him replay it and then heated debate it. But they, yeah, that's fair. Maybe I got a little greedy with this. And speaking of greedy, I could go Masterpiece. I'm going to go with Pillar Drop Cody, though. So, do we accept this or do we heated debate? I think we still need the heated debate, so we just accept this. You would stop this? Oh yeah, it does have learn, that's true. The learn is worth it. We're gonna Cody it up anyway. We'll be fine. So Cody is going to prevent us from dropping these sweet wardens, but Cody into Elemental Masterpiece is worth it. And then if they kill Cody, we get to play this stuff anyway and get back Masterpieces if we cast them. That was the treasure one? Oh, sorry, yeah. People were saying learn, and I thought I believed them. Oh, well. Chat got me. I don't think it was the worst anyway. Yeah, it wasn't the worst play. And now we're gonna go find. We're totally gonna rip removal off the Cascade anyway. That's, you know, just gonna kill this. Right? Let's try. Wow! Tap Cody, destroy target opponent? Cody is way more powerful than I realized. I mean, you just tap Cody and win target game. Holy hell! Is there some third rules text on this I didn't see? 4 tap add, 1 tap, target scared opponent loses the game. Okay. Oh yeah, if the state I'm in for Cody because clearly Cody is actually a very good build around. Like, oh, here's a meme idea for you meme geniuses. What about Cody as Clippy for like some sort of, you know, where we usually do you know, like when we're messing up, like as a you know, like when we punt, Cody swoops in and say, I see you're trying to cast a spell successfully. Yeah, I see you're trying to use removal properly. Have just Cody show up and say, reading the card explains the card. Revel in Science. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Flame Scroll Celebrant deals... Oh, that's the other side of that? Well, I can't see the other side, so oh well. I mean, it seems like the kind of card we'd all miss on, or I say all, many players are going to miss on because it has a very off-putting phrase on it. Usually when I read a card that says, you can't cast permanent spells, I'm thinking we're done here for limited. And then there's a wall of text after. It's easy to just kind of say, gotta be able to cast permanent spells in limited, so this thing is out. We're not going to play it. But then it's actually quite excellent once you get it landed. Well, how about that, gang? Like it's nothing. We're just max winning 3 drafts in a row. Yeah, we beat Killian because Oppo kind of went all in on Killian, and we had this double block that we assumed was going to be the end of our game because they would blow out our double block and that would be it for us. But we were at a spot where it's like, well, we can't play around a blowout, so we're going to try. And then it worked. Killian died, and we turned it around from there. Yeah, that was really weird, Fenrir, right? The draft that was meant to be, because not only did we have an interesting run with Cody today, we had an interesting run with Cody today after discussing how to have interesting runs with Cody before starting the video. So, YouTube friends, you didn't catch our conversation before I started rolling the tape, but yeah, we were talking all about Cody and is it actually, you know, how good of a build around is it, and stroking our beards on that, and then Pack One Pick One had Cody. So it was meant to be, and Cody delivered. 7 wins, 3rd max win in a row. We're on a roll, gang. Thanks for all your help and support as we learn this cool new format. Thanks, YouTube friends. We'll catch you the next one. Next draft video you should see should be the next Sweatsuit Invitational. So let's see how this win streak carries into some extremely tough competition this afternoon. Bye, YouTube.